Reverend Rob Lee. Bold, smart, and straight to the point. This is Tarot with an Attitude.
I love my music. I love my intro. Hey, everybody, and welcome to Tarot with an Attitude. I am your host, the Reverend Rob Lee. Wow, bang, and guess who I've got sitting here? I wish she was sitting here with me, but right next to me, and that is the fabulous and most wondrous Rebecka Gregory. And she is our light expression, alchemist, and cosmic tour guide. And now she's something else. We're going to talk about that. Well, hey, Miss Rebecka, how are you?
I'm fabulous, Rob. Thanks for inviting me again on the show. I know your new music was like, he's really got a nice jingle going on there.
I love
it. You just upgraded. You got it like going on.
Gets my big butt moving, you know?
Love it.
Hey, League Project, what's happening? Everybody's coming in. Good to see you. Marijana, hi, how are you? Glad to see you again. I adore. Great. Man, a lot of people coming in. Leanne, good to see you. Everybody, bangarang. Oh, look at there. Rebecca and
Miss
Gillian.
You too, love.
All right. There we go. So, everybody, I know a lot of people are as excited about this as I am. Okay. But Rebecka is now a priestess of, and I mean, this took a while. This wasn't just let me go get something certified, but the priestess of Cerridwen.
Cerridwen, yes, correct.
All right, number one, who is Cerridwen? Okay, so we know more about what's going on.
Okay, so Cerridwen is let's say she's the goddess of rebirth, transformation, mystery, magic. It just everything kind of that I encompass, you know. She is from Welsh, and her kind of little backstory. She kind of, I don't know. I didn't know who Cerridwen was myself when I first found her, and she found me. And now that I've gone through this process and become a priestess of Cerridwen, I have realized like how much she has been in my life, my whole life. It's just like so many things have come together. So her like little story, because you know all goddesses have the story. So her story began, she was married to a giant, Teged, and she had two children. One was a male and one was a female. The female was beautiful, but her son was deformed. So she wanted, as a mother, wants the best for her children, like we all do. We want the best for our children. So she decided with her magic and the sorcery and everything she did that she would brew a cauldron, a magic potion that had to be brewed for 1 year and 1 day. So he would have the inspiration, the knowledge, the wisdom of Alwyn, the energy, the life source.
Okay.
And somebody helped, a little Giwan helped to stir the pot as she used the moon cycles and everything to brew this pot. And the day came, and the day after the day, and guess who drank the potion? The 3 drops of the potion. Giwan. Okay. I always say something. I'm sorry about that. So in her anger, she went after him. So this whole thing, she shape-shifted into different animals, ended up, at the very end, he turned himself after this whole run. She's so angry and mad, turned himself into a seed, and she turned herself into a black chicken and ate the seed.
Okay.
So when she ate the seed, she got pregnant. And so she wanted to kill the child because this child took this away from her son. But when the baby was born, of course, she couldn't kill the child. She let him go. She put him in a bag and sent him out to the ocean, where he was found by a prince and a wife who couldn't have children. And so he was raised and became talisman, which is he was the greatest bard of Britain.
Oh, a bard. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So inspiration, knowledge, the Alwyn is the 3 symbols. So it's all about, so actually she just covers, and the story is just so intricate, going through all the different aspects of what she did, of her own transformation, her own rebirth, her own death, you know, the anger and everything. So that's kind of Cerridwen in a nutshell. Yeah. And so
how did you wind up saying, I think I want to be a priestess of Cerridwen? What was,
Oh,
I
well,
know
okay.
she's involved a lot in transformation
Yeah.
and things like this. Okay. But what led you down that path?
So she found me. So what led me down the path was when I went to England, 3 years ago. After I went over to England and went to Glastonbury, and I was sitting in the goddess temple there, and they had all these of the different goddesses in the goddess temples, and big what am I thinking of? Like scrolls of them, pictures of them all.
Oh, okay.
I was looking, I was like, "Who's that?" This Cerridwen, it just hit me, and before that, I kept on getting, "You need to work with B. You need to work with B." And so I'm like, "Okay, who's that?" Well, then I looked at the brochure. I found out it was Cerridwen. I looked at the brochure, and it's being taught by a lady named B. So I'm like, "Oh, so this." And then she's also, the goddess, also the druid. So there's a lot of the druid. And I found out my family stems from the druid. So there was a whole ancestor. So I was like, "Oh, this would be a way I can learn about my ancestry." To me, that's kind of where this all began. And so I went home and I was like, "God, I can't take anything else. What is this?" Just like,
And a
did that whole
druid fits you as much as I've known you for however long it is now. Okay. We never even used that word, but
Mhm,
that whole your draws into nature, into the animals, into
mhm.
everything else has just been unbelievable.
So you'll love this story. So this is the caveat of me starting my course. Of course, I reach out, "Okay, universe, if I'm supposed to take this course for whatever reason it may be, I need a sign because I can't make up my mind." I've done, I was just in this space, and I kid you not, I walk outside. It was not raining. I look up, rain falls on me. I look up, and birds are swirling above my head. A hawk, a vulture, an eagle. I kid you not. There was this literally vortex of bird above my head, and I was like, "Oh, I guess that's it. This is what I have to do." And I followed that, and here I am.
Wow, that's crazy. That's
So,
crazy.
that comes to show, the signs are out there, and you follow those signs with your heart. I felt it in my heart, but I wasn't sure just because of where I was. And and I followed that. And we really have to follow that now, So, and it led me, and it's been the most extraordinary 2 years of my life. So, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so now then, so I know this took you down like a 2-year path, right?
Mhm.
All right. What was, we don't have 2 years, but I mean, like, what were some of the things you were discovering in this path?
So on this path, kind of opens up, to herbalism and astrology and crystals, and just opening up for embodiment, like channeling, like so soul healing, so there's so many different aspects, that you go down, artistic creation, so kind of covers so many. But to be honest, my 2 years was basically me diving into myself at a whole nother level, so I
Ah,
could step back
okay.
into my magic, doing everything. But and as I said, when I finally, after the 2 years initiated, it was just like I knew in that moment, um, I left that initiation with this inner peace because of what I faced during my initiation. I left with this inner peace inside of my soul that I'd never felt before in my whole entire life. And it just connected me to this aspect of myself that I had been searching for my whole entire life. So I have so much gratitude for the I'm just going to say the experience and the adventure, and now things are just coming together more ever since that happened. It's just like now the deep dive into the magic and stuff. It's just, and what I've been learning is really starting to come together now. So at a whole nother level.
Yeah. So we are talking about a transformation. It lets
Oh
you become
gosh.
who you are and everything else.
Yeah, it's going into the cauldron, going into your womb and looking at those spaces, that keep you locked into somebody you're really not. You've just kind of been walking blindly through this world trying to be from what you've been told you had to be. And it's just, to free yourself and open to that new space. It's just incredible.
And you know what? And that brings me to another a transformation when people are like, I wish I could do what you're doing or whatnot. And then, people said the same with me or whatnot.
Mhm.
Transformation, true transformation is not easy.
No.
Okay. because it's breaking free of some of the, we'll call them boundaries for a better term than brainwashing, of, 30 years that I grew up with different things or whatnot.
Mhm.
And in that, you and I share kind of a same background where I
Exactly.
had to break free of a Baptist preacher father,
Mhm.
okay, and everything there. And don't everybody freak out. I'm not saying the Baptists are wrong. That's
No.
not what I'm saying at all, okay? But my own train of thought is different,
Mhm.
okay, but still encompassing my belief in God. You had the same thing, right, with Catholicism?
Exactly. I was born and raised Catholic, and so when I was going through this course, I really struggled with that because it, a lot of the stuff was so ingrained in me. I thought I moved past, I didn't realize how deep it was ingrained in me, and it never made sense to me, a lot of it. And, everybody out there has their own way, what they want to be and, what they want to believe in. And, but the one thing I always had was God and, Mother Mary and Lady Guadalupe, I've worked with very closely. So I really did struggle. How can I initiate to this, goddess of Cerridwen, that's with the Druid, and but then I realized it's all just energy and it's all from the heart and it all flows together. And it doesn't matter what religion, whatever, the bottom line is it's all about the higher source of the consciousness of being in love, of being who you are, of being creative and just living in kindness with no judgment of others. And that's what it's all about.
Exactly. And that is to me what opens up and gives you power when you
Exactly.
realize what God's source or your higher power source, the energy of the universe, heaven, earth, all of that actually is. I hate to break it to you, God's not some big white dude sitting on a throne, going, don't piss me off. That's really not what he is. Okay. And I have to constantly remind people when I'm doing readings and things, a lot of times I will say a prayer that starts out, Father God,
Hmm.
you know, Almighty Father, but I also include the Divine Mother, Divine Feminine, because you and I were talking a little bit ago in Genesis chapter 1, it talks about woman being fashioned after God in their likeness. And I am talking about the King James Version for anyone wants to check it out. Just go reread Genesis 1 and 2, and it'll give you a whole new aspect of what this is. And this energy, it's divine, it's there, it's for all of us to use. So once you start free thinking a little bit, you can take your Christianity, you can take your God, you can take your acknowledgement of a higher power and actually let it minister to you and minister to others. you know uh you
Yeah.
know DC, I have goosebumps. This is so
Oh.
wonderful. Love it, love it, love it. Leanne, amen. Okay. And then Deborah, I have missed you,
Oh.
Rebecca, a very
Yeah.
wise woman. Wow, what a
Oh, thank
journey.
you so much, Deborah. I've missed you too.
Yeah, we're having fun. So, guys, if you want a reading or something tonight, we'll do them. Let us know. Becky's got some. I'm sorry, I started calling her Becky years ago, and it's
It's
Rebecca.
okay.
And no, it's not okay because I need to honor who you are, and that's a big thing with me. For somebody to walk up and call me Bob, okay, that's my grandfather who was a schmuck. Okay, that was not me. So it's not who I am. So Rebecca, okay.
Thank
It's
you, God.
Rebecca. All right. So y'all work with me here. But let us know. We'll do some talk and do some things. But Rebecca and I always get into some really crazy, wild things. And now, one of the things that this is worked with, um, is a new understanding of where things come from.
Hmm.
So let me ask you this. In the world of portals, things of
Okay.
that nature,
The unseen.
yeah. Does Cerridwen play a role in there?
Yes, she works with the dragons and the fae, and yes, she's works. That's part of the underworld, and the cauldron is working. Learning that to open those psychic abilities to work with the seen and the unseen on those realms as well. So that's part of what we went through. So yes.
Absolutely. That's cool.
It's
And
just
what we
getting
need to understand, and thank you, Dr. Kim, appreciate that
yes, thank you.
expansion of perspective and consciousness.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Just because we're accepting another realm or another dimension, as much as that term scares a lot of people, another dimension of the divine doesn't mean we're giving up on anything else we believe in. But
Mm-mm.
it gets us to a different perspective. I know recently, I think I told you, I had started doing on here when I'm doing my readings,
Mhm.
I'm building a room that's like a portal, what I refer to as a construct.
Yes.
I have people meet me in the heavens in that
Mhm.
room.
Mhm.
And the room funnels energy from heaven, from deep within earth and above, as
Gotcha.
above, so below. And it's a
Mhm.
total white room. And things are really starting. My readings seem to take a much better, I get more in depth or whatnot. And I'm
Mhm.
seeing people and things more in that room when we connect. Would
Lovely.
that make sense?
Yeah, it's almost like a what's coming to me is kind of like remote viewing in a way, which it's not really remote viewing, but opening that space. You're connecting to that consciousness at such a level that you're able to tap into that stream of information at a whole nother level with just opening up. So it totally makes sense that, and we have that ability, we're this right here, but we're really just energy. We are the unseen, when you get right down to the nitty gritty of it. And we have that ability to flow in those consciousness levels if we can open up to those spaces and be, um, in that energy we truly are.
Absolutely. And that's one of my biggest things I like people to know is everybody can do what we do. Okay.
Exactly.
You can, but I swear, I think one of the first biggest steps and the hardest step is being able to open your mind
Mhm.
to a different train of thought. Once you do that, then you're open to other avenues or possibilities. What were you going to say?
Yeah, I was just saying in that open your mind, but it's also about opening your heart because so many
Yes.
people walk this world right now with a closed down heart. When you open your heart, you're open to receive more energy because that's where true energy comes from that consciousness sources through the heart. And so when you can, walk in that, yeah, it opens up more communication and more energy streams to come through from that heart space because that's the most important space, especially now with everything going on in our world.
And you know what? And you're right. And that communication. Again, I was in a meeting with
Mhm.
somebody the other day, and
Mhm.
there was several of us in there, and me and a friend. I'm not saying any names or whatnot. We were talking about tarot cards,
Mhm.
and all of a sudden, this one guy speaks up. You know what? Let's get on with the meeting. There's one true God. And I wanted so quickly to say, number one, and Muhammad is his prophet because the Quran is the only one that says there's only one God. If you'd go read your Bible, it talks about multiple gods within the Bible. Just that God is a jealous God and wants to be a number one, you know. But it's one of those things where open your mind, allow nobody
Mhm.
said anything, and stop cramming your opinion down everybody else's throat. Door swings both ways. You're free to come and go. So I think some of that, like what Dr. TM is saying here, is the communication.
Yes.
We have so many people that are shut down
Mhm.
energetically.
Mhm.
They are so, which means they're unopen. They're not open to receiving anything new or any type of new idea. Their world is solid. It's one color, and God forbid somebody challenge that.
Mhm. And that's from their own inner pain and their own inner suffering that they just, yeah, show up that way.
Exactly,
That's
exactly.
why when people are like that, I always look at them as that injured little child that they're functioning from, and
Mhm.
just send them love and look past it and know and just know it's not worth my energy or time to engage with somebody about that because they're not going to hear you no matter what you say, and it's just not, you know.
And that, you know what? You make a very valid point, and I didn't. I disengaged. I
Mhm.
actually sat there and kind of laughed a little bit. But one of those things is, and a message I think people need to hear in energy is communication, which I think is a very good, profound statement.
Mhm.
Your energy of not putting them in the defensive, your energy of I'm going to accept you for who you are, okay, and I'm not going to engage, can be healing in and of itself. What do you think?
Oh, I totally agree with that because most people out there just want to be heard, just want to be seen. And if
Yeah,
you can accept them at the level they are and see them for who they are, even if they are not in a very positive space, let's just say, they still know on an energetic level you are seeing them
right.
and sending them love. And if you can meet them at that space, because you can look past the human that they're being and connect to them a whole nother level, and they don't even realize what's happening.
Gotcha. Grab your cards because I just got told I want to do a
I
quick
only brought
reading.
some
Nothing.
oracle cards. I haven't done
That's
cards in a
fine. No,
while.
that's fine. That you brought
Oh,
them for a reason, But I just want to do a quick reading about what we're talking about, what we need to know about communication, So I am. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I don't know why it just came to me when you were saying that. I love to call communication energy sources now. My new thing is ice cream flavors. Like, it's different, like watching people and what flavor they are, because there's all kinds of people that are different flavors. So I look at, because all energy is just different levels of vibration. So
Right.
I call them flavors now. So this person's being this flavor right now. So anyway, just a fun little thing to throw out there because you got to make fun of this nonsense we have to live with in
Yeah,
this
no
world.
kidding. BC, wow, I've been struggling with this for a couple of days. The divine led me down a road recently, Galactic Federation, and I was like this, okay? Yeah, sometimes you got to trust and just let go. Do that. Be the funky, stop worrying about everybody. Stop worrying about everything. Leanne, live on a farm. I have connection with all my animals. We
Oh,
as people can't let it get away from us. No, we can't. Deborah, I just saw autocorrect change the spelling of Rebecca. My apologies.
don't
We were just
apologize.
laughing about that, Deborah. She isn't work because I'll call her Becky. I call her,
I'm used to it.
and she's used to it. It's me. It bothers me more than it bothers her.
I'm glad I was able to trigger you so you can maybe look at healing that this evening.
Yeah. There we go. So, folks, we're going to do right now is I am going to ask Spirit, what do we need to know about energy as communication? That would be a great way, I think, to phrase the question.
Okay.
So, you can pull some of your cards that way or whatnot. I'm going to bring this up like this. Oh, let me get rid of my little
You're the
note
master
here now.
card reader here, Rob.
What's that?
You're the master card reader.
Oh, okay. I just listened to what Spirit has to say and what comes out.
Oh,
So,
shoot. I just dropped my whole pack on the floor. So I guess they
well,
got
reach down, grab one. You know what's funny? Look at the first card I get here. Now, I am using the Psychic Tarot deck. Okay. 21, the universe, enlightenment. And when we talk about what is communication and energy, look at what we get. The universe. That is what this is all about. Our energy, our frequency, about joining, about listening, about coming to the same vibration. And that is where this all is going. We
I
look
got the
at this.
vibration.
What's that?
I got the vibration.
You got it? Let me see it. Here,
Unconditional
let me
love.
do this. Let me do this so everybody can see it.
Oh.
Go ahead, put it. Unconditional love. There you go. And you know what? So when you think about that being the universe, unconditional love, all right, the Five of Pentacles is talking about one of these things is it helps us break through on the physical plane, these energies and being open to different things. When we're meeting all of these challenges in the real world, okay, this is financial and material changes. This would be the Five of Pentacles, okay, in any other deck, all right? But if you look at what's going on, we have an open hand, all right? And what this is saying is that energy is there to help us break up this actual physical world as we know it so we can come to a different frequency and we can start listening and understanding. What was just given to me, it's got me in the throat. Universe and this frequency is enlightenment. that people are all chasing. That ability to listen to higher frequencies, to be ready for them, partnerships and alliances. This is everything. When we think about what we're talking about here, the universe in that communication is energy. We partner with those people that share the same energy we do. And right now that limits us because everybody's on so many different frequencies. Like you said, what flavor are you today? So I think that's pretty big. And number 3, it helps us create when we can get on that communication scale on a spiritual level of enlightenment, the universe, and understanding things that we are all actually energetically connected with the divine source, with God, with the mother. It opens up an entire new world for us. So did you pull another card or?
I was just looking at yours. I was feeling into yours.
Okay. That's fine. Feel that card in my spine. Absolutely.
I really liked what you pulled too.
What's that?
I really liked what you pulled too.
Thank you. Dr. TM, this is pretty good. L, life, live in full expression. And BC, that would be what we were talking about before, live in a full expression. Love, omnipresent. V, vital, vibrational. E, eternal energy. I am love. That, Dr. TM, thank you. That's a very good way to look at love, okay? And ultimately, with that O or with the V, okay, it's vital, vibrational, and it is just exactly an energy. So that's what's going on.
I did bring 2 other cards up.
Okay, bring them up.
Well, yeah. So I'll just tell you what they are. Just look at what.
Okay, I'm trying to get you up there.
Self-worth and limitless.
Wow.
So how does that looks really, going to look at, can you put your cards up again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So looking at that, I mean, look at the universe of where we are. And that's what we need to move to with the unconditional love and being in that self-worth. That's so important right now to know that you're worthy and stepping into that self-worth. And I love that financial part of you that you have, how it's broken with all the different aspects and all the different colors, to know that, the luminous part of that energy, talking about energy, it is unchangeable. You can always change it if you go in a different direction. It's always movable, change, and always remember that you're never stuck in one spot. It is always changing, and stepping into and looking at those energies of who matches with you, talking about the flavor. So bringing that all together, to step in that space. But the key is, being in the unconditional love with the universe, moving through everything to stand in the best and the love that you are, and knowing that you are worthy to be here and anchor into that sovereignty of who you are and walk in the space of love.
Wow. That was powerful. Thank you. Thank you, Priestess of Cerridwen.
Thank you.
Becky's always red. Becky's always good. Rebecca.
Oh, I get them a little tiny. What?
There I go, Becky.
I couldn't hold back. It's okay.
Oh, mercy. So does anybody have any questions about anything we're talking about? You want to ask Rebecka about Cerridwen? Do you want to ask about, Rebecka, I know you had, I don't know if I put it up. There was let me find my note here. I'm going to put this, the Cerridwen.co.uk.
Yes.
I'm going to put that in the comments. All right. Let me see. I'm going to try make a comment. So that way people can find it. Okay.
Yes. So it's, the course that I took, the spiral that I involved in is out of England, out of Glastonbury. So if you've never been to Glastonbury, it's a very, very interesting place, full of magic, and magic is real, people. I'm just going to tell you. So yeah, check it out if you're interested. What I love about Cerridwen too, Rob, you'll love this. It's not just for women. We have priests as well that are in the group that also, so it's like bringing both of those energies together, which I absolutely love. So, because a lot of times you get these priestess groups and it's just female, but you know what? We all have to come together, the male and the female right now, and balance both of those. You know, the masculine energy, the female energy has to be balanced on both ends. So, like, you know, men need our help right now with the women on learning how to balance that as we move through this flow that's happening in this world right now. So I think it's brilliant, you know, bringing all those aspects together.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I got to check it out. There's a reason. And when you said her son was a bard, okay,
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, there's my music things coming out. You know, a lot of people don't know I had a very, very big vocal music background.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, no, I'll check that out, because that very well could be something that I'm supposed to be being drawn to, and you are again helping me with the message. So
I'm
that's
just a
really cool.
cosmic tour director.
There you go, you cosmic tour guide. There you go. All right. So, BC, may I get a reading, please? And thank you. All right. Miss Rebecka, do you want to pull a card for him first?
Okay,
And
I
then,
dropped my whole literally other pack on the floor. I just had some oracle
okay.
cards I grabbed tonight. Um,
Or you want me to start?
I got it. Just bear with me.
What's that?
I wrote it down. Thank you. You know my pen is always handy. I love that. Oh, I'm just reading ahead here.
Yeah, no, that's
A
fine.
message for BC.
BC, yes.
Oh, oh my God! All my cards are flying. What is going on tonight? Oh,
Are you supposed to be using a different deck, or is there cards now that you can reach and those are the cards you're supposed to use?
who knows?
Oh, who knows?
Who knows in my world? So the main one that came out right now is the King.
Okay. And what does that say underneath the
It
king?
says man, authority, male sexual energy, things pertaining to law and justice. So, but another ones that came up with that are the frog, the wasp, and the burden. So, what I'm feeling right now, I'm just going to tap in and just go on my little pension here. Is there something that BC might be worrying about right now that needs to move past? There's some to move into this new energy that he's moving into. But I feel like there's some underlying like anger and some things that are holding inside some baggage that needs to be cleared up right now in order to move forward, to step in to balance this energy. We were just talking about the male and female energy. So I feel
Yep.
like there's this release that needs to happen to balance those two energies as he's moving into this new aspect of what he's becoming to make a more balanced part of himself.
Okay.
So
Yep. Seek that.
I hope that that's what came through, BC. I hope that makes sense.
Absolutely, because look at what I've got here right out of the gate. 17. This would be the star, and it's hope. So, BC, what we're talking about here is that need to set some boundaries. Find that in a lot of these cards, okay, if you're looking at the star card, she's literally pouring from shore to sea to land, whatever. It's a mixture of water. But one of the things is to remember here in the 17 with the star, or which is hope in this deck, is that there's always hope. And sometimes we have to find it. Now, the one is that remembering things are beginning and ending with you. This is coming on you. You have everything you need. That 7 is coming back to when Rebecka was talking about making a choice. All right. We have choices we have to make of how you're going to do it. But the 1 and the 7 come together to make an 8, which is talking about learning, teaching, and movement. Okay. So that's very important, that hope is considered to be part of you making choices and about learning new things. And it's funny when we were talking about, look here, another 7. So choices here for you, BC, patience and planning. This is all about listening, watching, learning, absorbing knowledge. Notice everything here has a radiance to it in these cards. So what I'm really picking up is that you need to understand your passion. This should be igniting your passion in a way that you can't do anything else. Okay. This is saying, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to go. And this passion is going to be, there's something you're supposed to, this is 6 swords in your head, okay? It's time to leave some troubles behind, and you have a new door. It's up to you to step through it, okay? It is a choice, all right?
May I interject for a second?
Absolutely.
I want to apologize because BC is a woman, not a man.
Okay.
And I just wanted to say, I just hope for me, I always say honoring our personal evolution.
Yep. There we go.
Okay, that's it. So I want to apologize for that.
No. So BT, let me know how that works out. That was that quick reading or whatnot to see what's going on. And a cat is, hey, can I get a general? Absolutely, folks. Make sure if you're new and I see some people hanging out, all right, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button for me, okay? Because we're trying to spread this word even farther. At the end, more importantly, what I'd like for you to do is just share this with at least one person, okay? Share it on your Facebook feed somewhere, but just share it. That's what's going on. So, Anakat, a general reading for Anakat. Anakat, what are you worried? Man, I'm getting like all of a sudden a huge pressure in
my. Are you getting that too?
Huh?
You're getting that too?
Oh my God, it's almost like a sinus headache just blew into town. So there's something going on that I'm feeling, A, with your third eye, okay, and B, with your it's a thought process, something that's got to change or something that's going on. There's something here in the conscious level that is saying something's got to go. What are you getting, Rebecca?
So what's coming to me right now is not opening up to the guidance that's coming to her.
Okay.
Not opening up. She's blocking the energy, and there's a balance. Once again, we're back to the balance. Balance is coming up, and that stepping into that balance that needs to have for that guidance to come through. There's an imbalance there. And I feel like it's an old worry that you have. If I step forward into this and open to expand to this, then something is going to happen to me.
Yeah. What I'm getting here is, and look here, now we have disruption, harmony, partnerships. There's something that's going on, Anakat, that is got you kind of, you don't know where to turn, where to grow. And this is a very important. The 6 is harmony. The 3 here, this would be the 3 of wands, partnerships and alliances. So something's playing a role here with people in your life that you care about and love, but you're needing to do something that I feel like you're afraid is not going to be accepted well, but you've got to do you. You've got to be you. And I'm really feeling that's what's coming in. If you want to look at it as past, present, and coming into the future, you've got to come back to a good, solid spiritual foundation. Everything is not, it's funny, my wife and I have started rewatching the series Numbers, okay? Everything can't be explained as numbers. You have to come up with a good spiritual foundation and a place to let your belief system go. And finally, this is where if you want to be the authority, you've got to let go of some of this stuff from the past and become the authority. Is that making sense, Rebecca?
Yeah, I'm getting a question for her to explore.
Okay.
What can you do in your world to move into the flow of you? That is not what you usually do.
Right. I would agree.
Explore that.
Take that, Anakat, and think about it. Rebecca's saying, what can you do to come into, say that again, to be the flow that is you?
The flow that is you. That's not what different from how you function now. Like, how can you step out of your box?
Right. And let me tell you something. This is what we were talking about earlier, Anakat. I don't know if you were here. Breaking free of some of our old way of thinking and changing some of these habits and allowing ourselves to be open to receiving messages and things like that. It's not easy. It's breaking complete boundaries that we've had set for years. So some of that is where I feel like you're at, and on this whole mental plane, that's why the headache came in. So I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to have something to drink, some water. When you see me drinking out of this, it's water.
Water. And just remember to everyone out there to love you, no matter how that looks up, and be kind to yourself now, and really give yourself a break. You know, if something happens, give yourself a break and just go into the love of you.
You know, I put a posting up on the group Tarot with an Attitude today, little video, and what it talks about this. We have been in defending ourselves mode for so long.
Survival.
All right. And first it was the 7 of Wands. It talks about that we've taken on the habit, and the next was the Ace of Cups. We've taken on the habit of just defending ourselves at all costs. No reason, without remembering there's a bigger purpose. Love, kindness, compassion, followed by the Queen of Cups, which is talking about we need to defend ourselves, but we need to do it in a way kind of like what we were talking about earlier with these other people. I don't need to cut somebody's legs off at the knees. It serves no purpose. Okay. I will stand my ground. I know what I'm doing, but I have to love everybody in my path. I have to love everybody in my surroundings. Whether I agree with them or not, I need to love them and remember, I don't have to accept everything they do. Okay. But the idea is compassion. And I think sometimes we've forgotten that. So that's a very quick rundown of that reading. So if y'all want to go to Tarot with an Attitude, the group, look it up. I posted it today. So, you know, you guys are so cute and funny. There we go. Thank you, Leanne. I appreciate it. We have a good time. You know, well, let me go back. Oh, I skipped Dr. TM. Only love is real. Unconditional acceptance, non-judgmental, forgiveness, because all are just experience nor real, not eternal. You know, it's kind of like when people get so materialistic. I've said before, I have yet to see a U-Haul being pulled by a hearse. You know, if we believe that we are spiritual beings, and this is merely a passing into another dimension, into another realm or whatnot, when we look back at what we threw all of our energy in, are we going to laugh at our own selves? You know, I think that's hugely important, you know? So love message from source for my divine plan to collective and my personal soul plan. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do this. And Rebecca, I would encourage you to join me. But this message to me is a little bit heavy, what I call heavy. And I want to make sure. So Dr. TM, I'm going to ask you at this point, to sit back, close your eyes. All right. And I believe you've heard me do it with other people, but now it's our turn. Okay. I want you to imagine traveling into space and you find a door, a star that turns out to be a door, white, pure white. You approach this door and you start to see that it is a door with a handle, and you know you're free to open it. But most importantly, you feel free, you feel light, you know it's safe. You know that there are angels. If you look up above it, angels are protecting it. If you look below it, angels are protecting it. There is light streaming from the heavens and light streaming from deep within the earth to fill this place. Step through that door and you will find nothing but 2 chairs. Take a seat in one chair and you will see me as I take a seat in the other chair. Now let's just take a moment. All right. I'm going to start moving some energy around in this room. I love this because I can actually feel it. Dr. TM, you will also begin to feel it, because in a minute, we're going to reach across, we're going to hold hands. Okay. Now, Dr. TM, there is a presence here that I am picking up as otherworldly, but a very kind, almost ET-ish something that's more of a guide than an angel, that it's here and they're giving you thoughts, and you have some divine plans and downloads, and you need to start making sure you're writing them down and that you're understanding them. Okay. Now reach out and grab my hands. All right. And I am going to begin to pull cards, and I want us to see. And the question is, for my divine plan to collective and my personal soul plan. Okay. personal plan. So here we go. Now, when this reading is over, don't just jump up and leave, okay? But here's where we're going. We're going to go right here, all right? And I'm going to bring this up. All right, here we go. The first card, Destiny. All right, the Destiny card or the Wheel of Fortune card is here 10. It's talking about something coming to an end and a new beginning. Things are changing, and yes, you are seeing and actually bringing in and finding a divine light that is not only coming in from the heavens, but in from the earth and all around you and from other sources. What I see here is rest and rejuvenate. What we have here is mentally, you're getting a lot of downloads and things are happening. The message to you right now is to fall back to a good, solid mental health base. And notice I said mental health, just a place to chill. All right. Let some things happen. Absorb. You do need to practice on more mindful techniques, and being meditation is going to be very important to you for receiving some of these messages. In here, you have another 8. This is the power. All right. You have a divine power that was given to you, and you have to decide when and where, how you're going to use it. But this is going to be there. But there's more to be learned. And this is going to be a key issue that I see, is that you're not done learning yet. And I'm seeing this other figure kind of turn around, which is telling me I'm on the right path. And what I get here is, now look, and I separated all these cards out before. So these cards are meant to be here. You know, moving on. You've got to do a little bit more learning, okay, before you can take the next big step, if that makes any sense. Rebecca, where are you at? Here.
Pretty much same place.
Okay.
No, it's funny. The cards that came up for me, the Map Maester Destiny. So what's, asking for your purpose, is one of those things of just stepping into your heart and opening up to that space and allowing the magic to flow through you and not searching. Don't get caught up in the search. Open your heart to follow the journey.
Absolutely. And look here.
And learn. I'm sorry. What with that too is just learning to ask for help as you move along and take the small steps. You don't have to. What I feel like, so there's this huge vastness coming through you and this huge opening, this knowledge coming through. However, I just feel like you're moving along, but you want the destination. You want the final like prize at the end of the thing. And that's their asset. What's coming through right now is just to step back and really take the small steps, rest, enjoy the journey, and allow it once again to unfold, allow it to integrate. It doesn't have to happen overnight, because when you rush that, you're going to miss a very important piece that is required for you to know.
And if you look, everything she just said is represented in these 3 cards. We have the 2, the waiting game, okay? And this is the 2 of Wands, the 2 of Spirit, okay? Yes, something's growing. It's beside, but for anything to grow, to do it right, it takes time. And you're in that waiting game phase. But while you're doing these ever widening circles, you're learning more. And look at what we've got here. Again, we've got patience and planning, okay? Understanding. Your goal is going to be to get through these 2 pillars, but you have to be patient, get all of the information in. And, I've told people before, they said, well, when I started having these thoughts and waking up, I hate waking up because it's been so polluted, but that's what it is to a new spiritual life. Let's put it that way. Okay. Everybody's like, what comes next? What comes next? And my first thing is what Rebecca said, slow down. Mm-hmm. Okay. We all want that next thing. And we're like, oh, I got here. What's next? Well, what's next is learning. Okay. And you're being given an important message that's going to help more people than what you know. Okay. Mm-hmm. But you've got to get the message right. Okay. Is exactly what I'm getting. All right. Make sense? Does that make sense to you? Sorry. All right. There we go. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Let me find out.
There's a
where
message.
we're at, where I left off. Yes, makes sense. Thank you. And I'm okay.
Before, yeah.
There you go. All right. Here we go. And again, I'm
Oh,
taking the time to separate my
may I
cards.
interject for a second? It just came back to what I was wanted to say.
Go ahead.
So back to that reading, this is just kind of a caveat to all that. Just remember, I want everybody to remember one thing. You know, when you're going on a journey and you're opening up spiritually, you know, just remember when things get really tough and you like are like like everything's going great and all of a sudden like everything crashes and you feel like, oh, I'm not connected anymore and I can't get information. I just want to remind everyone out there, that's when you be patient because that's the point you're about to break through.
Absolutely.
I just really needed to come through and I forgot it. It just moved through and out and it came back in. So
No, thank you. Thank you very much. You know, and I love this. Oh, it's okay, honey. No problem. My energy comes off that way. That's why I need the balance. Oh, we love you, BC.
So funny she said that because I was thinking of that when I saw that. I was like, oh, that's why the male was coming through, balancing that masculine energy and stepping, honey, more into your divine feminine. Allow her to emerge.
Yeah. You know, and I think that's a powerful message right there, Rebecca, and especially for women. I think more women need to let the divine feminine come through. And I'm not saying that in a feminist mode, okay? Because I also believe more men need to let the divine feminine come through. But I think we need more men to embrace the divine masculine back in themselves. And it's balance. It's what it's all there for. Women nurture women. I mean, God knows, I don't know where I'd be without my wife, Gillian. I have no clue, okay? I'd be cutting up like a sprayed roach or, you know, in some asylum somewhere. She's the one that keeps me balanced and keeps me sane, you know? But you're right. Some of us need to, I don't care if you're male or female. If you find yourself trying to take control, being too bossy, you know, demanding or whatnot, maybe you might need to lighten up on the male energy a little bit, okay? If we find ourselves always being passive, always going, oh, everybody else comes first, you might need to grasp the male energy a little more. So these are all balances and things that you can see within yourself. Does that make sense?
Totally. And that's what's happening with humanity right now. We're coming out of the unbalanced masculine, moving into the balanced female to balance the masculine. Yeah, we're just balancing both of those energies right now, but there's a shift in where we need to be from the masculine to the feminine. So yeah, totally makes sense.
Absolutely. And Dr. TM, one of the things I wanted to do, we were in that room. I want to make sure one of the things is I kind of come out of there sometimes and I shut that down too quick. Just make sure when you're done, you take a little bit of time, rebalance, come back through. Nothing came out with you. Nothing's permitted in that room that could hurt you or whatnot. But I do have to be a little careful when I'm doing this live that I don't leave somebody shut in the room or whatnot. So it's okay to get up, open the door, but do some conscious breathing, okay? And listen to things that are happening in and around you. Does that make sense? You know, that's what I want. So I got to get more in tune with that. Erica, good to see you. Welcome. Bangarang, absolutely. Erica, do me a favor, just hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, but we will do a general reading for you right now. All right.
I haven't done readings like this in a very long time.
I know, but you're so good at it. So yeah, but I need you. I need you back. I need you back. We need more people helping people out, you know?
Oh, you know what? You know, I'm all about that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? One of the things I think, and folks, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Rebecca doesn't use cards a lot anymore because I don't think you need them. I think you're more in tune now, especially with where you live, the things that have happened in your life. I think you're downloading messages more without the use of this. And I love these cards. They help me stay focused. They help me keep that energy turned out and around, okay, where it gives me focus. But
yeah, I mean, these are just tools.
That's it.
We have it all. connect up. It all comes through us. No matter who you are or where you are, we all have the ability to tap into the universal energy. It's all for us to explore. It's just how much, what you will open to receive.
Absolutely. And there are a lot of times
Rob.
I know that if somebody asks me a question, I will get flashes of cards in my head before I ever turn them. And that's me working with cards so much where, like, here's your message. It gives me a visual. I'm a picture learner, Oh, okay. Yeah. So here we go. Erica, let's find out what's going on here. Okay. All right. Erica Williams.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought my dog was having a seizure. He's okay, though. He was just getting up. Sorry about that.
Okay. Don't scare me like that. But if you got to go, you got to go.
I was about to say, I got to go, but I'm good.
Okay. All right. So, Erica, the first card off the gate here I have for you is the Seven of Emotions, meaning there are choices laid out before you, and you might be facing something. See our guy sitting at the end of and not knowing which boat to take, which place to go. What I'm really picking up here for you, Erica, is you have some choices to make. But one of the things is to remember it's okay to make choices that are based on your needs and not what everybody else needs. Okay? I'm really picking that up. Look here. Movement, choices, decisions. There is something here that Spirit wants you to make up your mind. Okay? It's time to pick a door. I'm probably going to age myself here, and only a few of you will laugh. Okay? But what's behind door number 3? I am the Monty Hall of spirituality at this point. And that's what Spirit is saying to you is there are some decisions you need to make, but it is time to make them. Okay? And it's time to know, if you look, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? These are choices about an outcome. So you need to make up your mind what you want to do, and where you're going to go. So there has been a lot of anxiety here. This is suffering in silence. This is in the mental. This is that so worried about tomorrow, making a decision that, guess what? You've got yourself. I find it funny that both of these people are perched with no place to go. You've got to make up your mind which direction you want to move in. It's one of those things. Stop letting fear hold you back. You have a firm foundation here in the material world. Use that. You are strong. You know what to do. Guess what? You're going to overcome no matter what happens. And for a final card, when you need, wow, look at the 2s. Okay. One of the things here is the High Priestess with our Priestess of Cerridwen here. All right. What this is saying, Erica, is you're not going to ever have all the answers. Life never has all the answers. That's the ankh around her neck. And she's saying you got to use your personal knowledge, and it's time to use your intuition and make these decisions so you can move forward. Rebecca?
Okay, my dear. Where in your world, what are you laughing at me for?
I loved when it starts humming.
Humming. So okay, I'm just going to go with it right now. So, my dear, where in your world right now are you not allowing yourself to trust what's in front of you by opening up to setting true attention to what you would like in your world, in the positivity of what can possibly be, and getting clear in who you are and how you want to walk this new path that you're opening up to? It's time to learn to detach from what was and those old things that hold you back so you can step forward and hit the mark of where you're going and get in that clarity. Be that arrow that you know where you're going, and knowing that if anything pushes you off your path, that you will get right back on the path because you have that attention set and that arrow set and that clarity inside to follow that path, to be and create that destiny that is opening up for you.
Wow. Bang. I love it. Thank you. There we go. So, Erica, take what you want, leave what you don't. Okay. But leave knowing we love you. And there's the advice we have for you. So, Deborah, Rebecca and Rob, may I have a reading, please?
Ah,
All right. Now, I'm putting you on the spot tonight, woman. You
who,
know?
me?
Yeah. I
I
love it.
can handle it. I can handle the pressure.
A lot of communication issues, though, tonight because I'm running out of water. My mouth gets so dry.
Oh,
But we'll see what's going on here. All right. Rebecca.
what?
Deborah. Sorry.
Mm.
Deborah. All right. Let's see what we've got here. Deborah. This is about Deborah. So I'm going to take a moment and just breathe and let the energy change. All right. You want to start this one out, Miss Rebecca?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Deborah, dear, I'm getting, and I'm just, yeah, the energy shifting with me right now. So,
Yeah.
what I feel that there's a new dream that you think is not a possibility. And I want you to know it is just like the last woman. Who was we talking to right before that? It's the same
Erica.
kind of thing. Erica, being in that discernment, get a clear vision. You're very powerful, my dear. And it's time, telling yourself, Lord, it's time to believe in yourself and know you can create that dream that you have hidden inside. You need to detach from what is that little, there's a little something that's still, you're still holding on to, saying, oh, I can't have this. I can't have that. I'm telling you, you can. Open it up and believe into it, and it will come true. And let go of that fear as he's pulling what he's pulling right now, that little bit of fear that's holding on, because there's a new cycle of growth, new divine order that's coming in. And you have a lot of wisdom, my dear. So believe in yourself and create the dream of you.
Deborah, this is that going back to, and in this deck, they have 7 different chakra cards. I love this deck. Okay. And the chakra card here is your base chakra. And that is the I am, who I am, what I am, your root chakra. Okay. And what this is saying is you've got to anchor into that and remember your power, what you've been through, and you have been through a lot that other people have not. And you're here, you're making it, you're surviving. You know what? That 9 is back. All right. I think what Rebecca is saying here is dead on in these cards. You have a power. You can climb the mountain. Now, don't be afraid to move on to the other side of it. Okay. You're so worried about what you can't see that it's holding you in place. All right. Look, and I separated all these cards out, guys. It's very important that you understand. I picked them up, I moved them. So this authority figure is you, and understanding people see you as an authority. And you know what, Deborah? There are people around you and things. You put on a good face, but you are an authority figure to people, and they need that. They need you. And they need you to have that faith back in yourself so they can have faith in themselves. Because if they see you falter in believing who you are, because they put you up here and they're down here. So if this person's faltering, I don't stand a chance. So you really are. You are an authority figure, a base, a solid, you are answering for so many people. You are giving people the law. But look at what happens here. Once you do that, Deborah, fall back in love with yourself again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Know that you are, notice these are 2 different hands. This isn't one person pouring water out. Okay. You are able to feed this world light, love, and energy. Just never doubt it. That's what I'm getting. Destiny. Here we are again. Things change. And I know some things changed in your world. All right. Rebecca and I didn't talk anything about you, never have, as far as I know, never will. All right. But things have changed, but it's now the cycle has come again, and it's time for you to embrace the light that has been given to you and the light that you are. You know, wow. Wonder why I was talking about light so much. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. And I mean that. Deborah, this is you.
Mm-hmm.
This is you. This is almost emotional. You have a gift. It's not almost emotional. It is emotional.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And that one is remembering all this energy and all this power emanates from you. And 9, you get to bring everything to fruition. You get to manifest it. 1 and 9 come together to make a 10. So some things can end, and a 10 becomes a 1, and a new beginning can sprout just for you. Wow. Banger.
I love that. May I say one more thing?
You always can.
So, Deborah, I'm just getting this keeps on coming. This little image keeps on coming. So, when you're feeling off or out of balance or what, and this is for everyone, and this just came all of a sudden. Just imagine see that card with that light, just go whoosh, and whip it around you and anchor it down. And just imagine that light for everyone. Just whenever you feel out of balance, anchor it down and anchor into yourself and stand in that place, because that is your sovereignty. That is your light. And that's how you walk this world, standing in who you are.
Woo! Amen, sister. Amen. There you go. Yeah, put that little head bob on it. You know, there's your period, Deborah. There's your exclamation point. Yeah, that's what's going on. You know, darn autocorrect.
It's okay. Don't worry about autocorrect.
Evening, may I also have a general reading? Energy. Thank you. Absolutely, Alyssa. All right, let's see. Oh, we're already at it's been an hour. So let's see what we've got for Alyssa. Real quick.
Sassafras tonight.
What's that?
I said I've been a little sassafras tonight.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. All right, Alyssa. I'm gonna see this. A little kitty cat in the picture. All right. Alyssa. Again, I'm gonna take a second, have a drink of water. About run my water out. Because sometimes I do this, folks, just so I can break that energy between people and we don't get a carryover. But Alyssa, here we go. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Alyssa. Oh, I know something I want to address. Maybe I'll address it. You know what? Wednesday night. Let me come up here. I'm not going to forget you, Alyssa. I promise. As a matter of fact, I'm going to leave you right up there. All right. Wednesday night, 9:00, not 8:30, 9:00. Laura Van Tyne and I are going to be together, and we're going to do an evening of gratitude and Thanksgiving the night before Thanksgiving. Rebecca, if you want to join us, you're more than welcome. But it'll be 9:00 Eastern time.
8:00 my time.
Yeah. What time?
8.
Yes, 8:00 your time. Now we will be answering questions about crossing realms and different things together. But we figured it is a good time for us to talk to the tribe and everybody else about that. In that, I want to bring up this whole Mercury retrograde thing. And now is not the time. Okay. I want to do that come on Wednesday night. I want to address it because I have some very strong feelings about it. And they're not real popular. So you might want to make sure you check in because the old Rev's going to go on a soapbox for about 2 minutes. Okay. But there we go.
2?
What's that?
Just 2?
Yeah. Well, if I say 2, maybe
I'm going to time you.
5. What's that?
I'm going to time you.
Okay. All right. But yes, y'all be here. We will see it. I'll have it all set up for be able to find it and everything, and we'll go from there. But Alyssa. All right. Yes, I know your name. I just keep saying it so I can get it in my head of what we're doing. Alyssa. All right. General reading energy. Thank you. You are welcome. All right. Let's find out what's going on here. Throat chakra. So, Oh, you're already laughing. So that's funny. Alyssa, one of the things we're talking about is oh, my earth angel just stepped in with a bottle of water. You believe that?
I
Literally. She's 3 stories up and heard that I needed water and ran down here and brought me ice water. So I love my wife. I mean, oh my God, you know, down the hall in the elevator and got me water. Thank you. And speaking of throat chakra, all right, that's communication. The throat chakra is about communication. It's what you speak. So there's something coming on here that, Alyssa, this message is going to be about the way you're communicating a situation or a problem with other people. Did you want to weigh in here before I pull another card?
No, I'm just feeling that communication, also opening up and paying attention to communication that might be coming to you that you are not listening to. And also I feel, well, you go, Tanya, and then we'll move forward.
Okay. We've got the transformation card here. A lot of other decks, this would be death. I love how it's called transformation.
That's a Cerridwen card.
That's a Cerridwen card right there. And what we're talking about here is, Alyssa, the need to let something go, okay? So something new can spring forward. This is like, see her wings? Bangarang. This is the whole essence of Bangarang. We want you to be able to open your mind, let go of some old stuff so you can reclaim your magic, find your wings, and you can fly. You have the ability to fly. Communication is going to play key in letting something go and asking for and maintaining what you want. This is, again, a lot of anxiety coming up. And folks, when I say anxiety, I want you to know that anxiety is not yesterday. That's stress. Anxiety is worried about what's happening tomorrow. Where am I going? These things. And these things are out of your control. And what I'm really getting here is the way you're communicating actually with yourself. You need to let some of these mental habits go that are holding you back. Make peace with them. If it's trauma or something like that, we can never make it go away, but we can learn to deal with it and be able to move forward. This is going to be, you have a lot of major arcana cards here, woman, for 4 cards, 3 of them being major arcana wisdom. Okay. You know, see the book this gentleman's holding. All right. I want you to think about, it's time for knowledge. And I want you to take an actual mental look at some of the things you're worrying about and say, what's in my control and what's not. Use that wisdom. It's time to let your intellect kick into gear. And for some reason in here, I don't know what's going on. I'm picking up, whenever I see a little white dog, I think of loyalty. And what I'm really picking up is loyalty to yourself. Okay? This is important. Your loyalty to yourself, your wisdom, using your smarts, because what I'm really picking up is you're a highly intelligent person. Don't let yourself beat yourself up. Yeah. Discontent and boredom. This is emotion. This is that letting things go so far in our head, it starts affecting our emotions. Oh, look at what card we have here. Once you get all this under control, the light is yours. You are able to reach up, grab awareness. All right. This is a beautiful message, Alyssa, of letting go, communicate with yourself, actual talking about what's real, what you can deal with, what you can't deal with, and know what's emotional so I can let that go, and what is actual real. Are there things you need to be afraid of? Could be, but it doesn't mean you have to live in a state of fear where you're afraid to move, okay? Light and awareness can be yours. The last card, you've got to walk your own path, all right? This is sacrifice, stepping away from something that you have kind of locked yourself into, breaking a habit, and looking at things from a whole different perspective. That's what this would be. Rebecka, this would be the Hanged Man card in another deck. Okay. And why do we call that sacrifice? Because we have to step away, and sometimes we got to sacrifice our old way of thinking about ourselves so we can grab the rainbow. Rebecka?
Okay, I love that. It's right on. So my interpretation of all that is, my dear, the biggest question to ask yourself and to explore in this moment is, where are you sabotaging you? I feel there's this energy around you right now that you don't think you're worthy enough to have things in life. And you get to a point where you're about to get somewhere and you're about to open up to this space of reverence within yourself. And you say, I can't have that. And you step away and sabotage yourself.
Absolutely.
Know that you are very connected to the other side, to the spirits that walk among us, and open up to that space and really say yes to you and begin the exploration of where you're sabotaging you, and look at that and face that. You have it inside of you. Be reverent with yourself, be kind to yourself as you move through this. Find someone to support you as you move through this, because you got this. You are more powerful than you think you are. And stand in it. Once again, stand in your power, stand in the belief of who you are. Stop sabotaging yourself and move forward, because you got it. So that's it.
Woo! Preach it, sister. I got goosebumps. That was good.
Maybe I should be Reverend Rebecka Gregory.
What's that?
Maybe it should be Reverend Rebecka Gregory.
Hey, grasp it. Maybe priestess. It's one of those things, Reverend.
Priestess. I'm just teasing you.
I know. Hey, look what Gillian put before she ran down here with water. Stepping up and into your own heart is not for wimps. It's really not. Okay. It takes courage, and it is worth the challenge. I love my wife. Thank you, Gillian. That is well said. And she's watched me transform from since we've been together, from old thoughts, old belief systems, different ways of looking at things. And you know what? It's hard. It's hard when you start second guessing things that people have told you, and you put your faith and trust in it to find out, I gotta let some of that go. That's hard. So enjoy the moment is my mantra. Good mantra. Good mantra. Dr. TM, love it. Erica, you are welcome. Thank you. The human cannot do the realization, only allow from the soul. I am to do all, just receive. Very nice. Very good. We need more Rebecka. See, I told you. You can replace me. I'm
not going to replace you. But I will join you more if you would like to have me back on the show.
Absolutely.
How's that?
All right. Sounds good. This is so beautiful and amazing. So much love. We love everybody. Rob and Rebecka, may I have a reading? Leanne, please. Thank you. And we got behind me. Notice this was posted at 9:30.
I think we skipped over her. That's where I got confused. But
no, I've been rolling right down. If you've been scrolling down, yeah, you might have. I'm keeping it locked up so I can see where we're at. But sorry, folks, we're getting there. Hang in there. We're getting there. Let's find out. Okay, so we got Leanne. What?
We're going to cut you off from that water.
I know. Why is that?
I'm just teasing.
I got my coffee here too. I've got a thermos of coffee, a thermos of water. She just brought me more water. All right, I'm going to shift decks. I was just told to shift decks a little bit.
Well, my other deck's on the floor.
You can take a look. Do what you've been doing. Whatever I put up there, it's working.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I just go with the flow. I always like to do that anyway.
Yeah. So, Leanne, here we go. Let's find out what's going on. And thank y'all for your patience. Get behind, but I don't like shortcutting readings or what we're talking about. So everybody just remember, we'll get there. Okay. Hang in there. Unless I
got you, Leanne.
Unless I just can't hold out after a while. So, all right, Leanne, I've got the Ace of Wands as an opener for you, which is spirit, will, fire, that finding something new that is fixing to break free and starting something in passion and drive on it. You know, the Three of Swords. You got to become passionate, all right, but you can't let trauma from the past steal your passion, steal your forward movement, make you be still. Because this is what's going on. It's something that hurt your heart is now hurting your head. And that heart has healed, but the head hasn't. So now it keeps opening the wounds of the heart. And we've built a wall, okay? And we're stuck in with that trauma. What are we doing to let go of that trauma? How do we do it? Man, you get to create something beautiful. 3, the Empress is here to tell you, Leanne, you get to create something bountiful, something wonderful. Right now, it is up to you. You get to do that. You know what? Give your mental, look at this, 3, 4. Give this mental crap a break. All right? You can't win every battle. You're not going to win every battle. And I hate to tell everybody this, we are not going to win every battle. Okay? We're not meant to. Because if we won every battle, we wouldn't learn anything. All right? Part of being here is going through battles and learning from what we lost, how we lost, or what we did, the mistakes we made. So, Leanne, what I'm seeing here is mental break. You need to give this a mental break and refine your passion again. Yeah. All right. There's only so many swords in the deck, Leanne, and the swords is about the mental. And this is about stressing. And you get so worried. Okay. Welcome to my world. Okay. And I will analyze something so much that I keep looking at it and it freezes me in place. And my wife has to come up and behind the head and go, hey, stop looking here, look up. Look around, take the blindfold off. And once you do that, I'm urging you to stop letting stress of things that happened in the past. This is about you lugging your past around with you, and you need to let some of that go. You know what? It's time for celebration. Pate, as Sinbad would say. It is 3 of Cups. Love, joy with the people that are here with you now. Be with them fully. 10 of Cups. Woo! My wife would call this, and the 10 of Pentacles, the Hollywood ending. The 10 of Cups. Whatever's there, you get to have a beautiful and wonderful life, but you have to make that choice to do so. Okay, Leanne, this is up to you. All right, because finally, you're entitled to a world of happiness, a world of joy, a world of passion. Let this emotion pour all over you, okay? But you got to step away from the past. And you know what Rebecka said? And I know it was one of those things I was going to talk about with on Wednesday. But she talked a lot about forgiving. What I'm really getting here, we need to remember to forgive ourselves. Okay?
Number 1.
Forgive ourselves. And that is a huge thing for you, Leanne. That's what I've got. Rebecka?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same thing. It's like it's time to take a time out and really allow yourself to look at those emotional waters that are controlling you, basically, from past hurts, past pains, past deception, and not following your own wisdom, which you knew about and you don't listen to. And what's being asked right now is, where can you walk in your truth, or what's true for you? And stop listening to everyone around you that's taking you off the path of where you want to go, so you can create the Ace of Cups, where you can create that world that you want. But you can only do that by not allowing the emotional waters to get the best of you. and not functioning from that emotional space of hurt and pain, and opening up to the joy and love in your heart that's really there, and finding that path and walking in that truth, and know you can, and not let anyone kick you off of it, because
Woo!
that's not
Love
the
it.
truth.
Love it, love it, love it. Wow.
So that's that.
What's that?
I said, that's that.
And that's that. There we go. And that's that. There's a song, and I forget what the song is. That's that.
That's that.
So, Nikki, hey, Nikki, glad you're here. Welcome. Wow, bangarang. Erica, wow, thank you. Sending love. We appreciate it. Sending love back at you, Erica. Nikki, great to see you both. Would love a reading if time permits. You know what? Because we took Rebecca, are you okay?
Nikki already?
Huh?
Did we do Nikki already? Okay, maybe
No.
we did. I apologize. Sorry, Nikki.
Nope. Not yet. So let me
H2O enhances intuition. Oh, she's telling you. Jillian has a message up there about your water.
So we will we'll get there. All right. So Nikki, here we go. I'm also going to grab another deck so I can make sure that
decks than I do.
Oh my God.
I have to tell you, the song, Oh Mickey, You're So keeps on coming ahead when I saw Nikki. So I'm sorry, Nikki, but that song just keeps on playing in my head.
Oh Nikki, you're
so fine. Yeah, anyway,
so fine, you blow my mind. Hey,
Nikki, but it's Nikki. Anyway,
I know, but we're going to change it to Nikki. It's okay. That's our job here.
Nikki, maybe that you can relate to that because it's just spinning in my head. So somebody's sending it to me.
Probably heard it over and over, and she's like flipping double birds at the screen.
Probably.
All right, Nikki, here we go. All right, let me see what we got. I'm going to pull out another deck just because I want to make sure stuff isn't running together. All right, the cards, and just trying to do the right thing. Oh, I've got so many decks. I even brought more down. I've got them everywhere, and up in the house and everything else. So that's what's going on. So I'm going to do a little shuffling here for Nikki. Are you good to hang in here for a little while, Rebecca?
Oh, I'm home alone. I can hang out all night if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, no, it starts getting to me after a while. It drains me.
I get you.
But no, we're good. We're good. This is where I live. This is where I love doing this for people. As long as I know it's making sense to them or whatnot, here we go. Nikki, all right. I'm actually going to do a cut. This is an ethereal deck. All right. Let's see what these cards have to say. The Tower. Changes are a-coming. Okay. That's going to be something that you're going to have to learn, that you're going to have to be dealing with. The 16. Now, what I find totally crazy about the 16 card is the 1, meaning everything begins and ends with you. 1, new beginning. A 6 is victory, because the 15 was the devil card. Okay. So in the 16, sometimes we have to have a shakeup to have a victory. Okay. We got to have something knock us off our little table so we can become victorious. And then when you have 1 and 6, you got a 7. So we go from the 15 into the 16, the devil card, shaking things up because we're breaking free, we're breaking loose, okay? But into a 7, which means it's about choices. The choice is how you're going to handle these changes that are coming your way. The 7 of Swords. Now, that to me is a warning to you, Nikki. Either, and here's exactly what I'm picking up. Somebody in your that you're dealing with, they ain't playing fair, to put a fine point on it. Somebody's not giving you the word, or there's something that's the truth isn't out there. Okay. Somebody's manipulating or playing a game. So I want you to be very, very careful. And I would ask you, and only you would know this, is that person you with yourself? Okay. That's going to be a hard one to answer. The 7 of Wands, standing your ground. knowing who you are. If somebody is trying to manipulate you, or you're actually trying to manipulate your own self to stay in a place of, whoo, that just came in loud and clear, to stay in a place of safety, okay? The Seven of Wands, we start defending a stance that we shouldn't be defending. But this is about you just defending yourself, all right? The Seven of Wands is standing up for yourself. Make sure you're standing up for yourself, because then we have the Queen of Cups. Meaning, and if you notice, this can be a little bit of a dark deck, okay? All right. The Queen of Cups is nurturing. Note the flowers and everything here. They are actually white of purity, okay?
Dude.
You have to nurture her white face, purity. And it's understanding that you need to nurture the emotions you want to bring out in your life. Is that making sense, Rebecca?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. My dear, I'm sorry. I've got all the huskies that all of a sudden when you started saying Nikki's reading, I guess they're literally like all surrounding me in here. So they have some message for you. So they came in for a reason because they haven't been here the whole time. So
Wow.
I don't know what that is. They are like, yeah, definitely want my attention here. So yeah, just saying, I'm just feeling, once again, I was right on with you when you were talking about the deception of self, that what
Right.
to look at, and I was right on. That's what I was queuing into. I was waiting for you to say something around that, because that was I was feeling where do you need to change your perception about yourself and open up to
Absolutely.
looking at things in a whole different way where you have not been. Once again, it's going back to those spaces that self-sabotage, standing in those spaces that aren't in your truth. And to listen to your intuition and be patient with yourself, and to know that you are not alone. So something's coming in very clear. You always have this feeling, I don't know, that you might feel like you're alone all the time, but know that you're never alone.
Never.
And
And a final card I got is the Moon, which is meaning if you're looking for certain, there is some deception going on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The Moon is a trickstress, okay? And it's very feminine energy. She's not going to show you everything. All right. So you're going to have to use your intuition and your personal knowledge to be able to move forward. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there is something going on that you're not seeing clearly, and you actually need to take a look more inward. Yeah. What Rebecca's doing. Go ahead, Rebecca.
Oh, be the eagle, rise above. Look at it from a different point of view. You need to hone in on something that you're not seeing, that's right in front of you.
Exactly.
You just need to look at it from a different point of view in order to shift it so you can spiral yourself into this whole new way.
Absolutely. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna again put these cards in different order so nothing gets out. All right. And there we go. Let's find out what's going on. So all right. Much too. There we go. Monica. Bangarang. My Monica. Glad to see you. Oh my, thank you. I am really touched and appreciate these messages from the heart to both of you. We appreciate you too. Alyssa, I am starting to learn a practice of spiritualness. I think I get where you're trying to say, and it's hard. Some of it is breaking down old barriers, and learning is doing just that. So go slow. If you have questions, join Tarot with an Attitude, the group. All right. Because it's a great place to pop in and ask a question, and we'll see it and we'll answer it. Okay. It's one of those things. So join it. If you ever have it, reach out to me, tarotwithanattitude@gmail.com. Just drop me a question and say, hey, Rob, I have a question. I don't do readings that way, but I love to help people find their way on a spiritual path. Okay. So that would be, Rebecca does the same thing. So, reach out to Rebecca. I think all of her contact information is in the description below. And folks, to find that, hit the little word that says more underneath the title of this video. I found out a lot of people don't know how to find it, So there we go.
Well, it is hard to find me.
What's that?
It's always hard to find me.
Oh.
I'm a mystery.
The mystery wrapped inside of an enigma. So there we go. Monica Madigan, great messages tonight. Thank you. Bangarang, appreciate you so much. Thanks, Nikki, for timing for those messages are perfect for me. See, people, this is all really good. Let's see what's going on. We can do it another time. I'm going to try to get down here because time is getting away.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on. There's the Gillian message. H2O enhances intuition, cleanses energy, and creates balance, fostering clarity and connection, as well as creating a clear atmosphere for focused readings. And y'all know I've always told you, when you're stepping into Laura has told you in our stuff with the teacher to exorcist, whenever you're dealing with spiritual and you're actually trying to move, remember, we're energy. Everything Rebecka and I are talking about is energy, which is greatly influenced with water. Water picks that up. We have all this water within us. If we become dehydrated, it starts affecting our ability to receive the messages that we're given. So stay hydrated, keep water going. I have a bad habit of keeping coffee, but at the same point, I always have water. This time, the communication thing is going on. My mouth has been so dry through here. So I don't know what's going on with that communication thing. Thank you, Robin and Rebecka, both of you, and Hillis. There we go. Okay. Have been the major part of my journey. And for that, I am forever grateful. You know what? You just made our hearts happy. You just made our hearts happy. That's good. I'm trying. Thank you both so much. You nailed it. We nailed it. Okay. That's good. There we go. We nailed it. I love it. Oh my God. Choices are so hard sometimes. Yes, they are. And you know what? Sometimes the choices aren't hard. It's remembering we have them. We feel like, oh, well, I have to do X, Y, or Z, and you don't. Okay.
And also remembering with a choice is getting out of your head around that choice and stepping into your heart and feeling it and seeing both choices, and put yourself from the heart. Follow your heart when you make a choice, because you can always change it.
That's right. You know what? And I was telling somebody this the other day. And I'm going to talk, and this isn't bragging. Somebody may take it as bragging. But Rebecka would go along with me, okay? Other countries. We've explored the world, different areas of spirituality. We've been in front of hundreds and thousands of people. We've talked. We've been around the world. All these things. You know why? Because we made a decision not to be afraid. To accept it. And I don't care. There might be 9 million people out there that don't like a damn thing I've got to say. I don't care. All right? I don't care. And that's when we make these choices, make them. And then go with the flow. Because you can always go, wait a minute, let me adjust. And shift a little bit left and go again. It's just what life's about. What life's about. Thank you. That's hilarious. When I was a kid, I would sing Nikki instead. That's funny. Did you see this? She's talking about the song.
Oh, yeah.
Good for you.
All the Huskies just heard something. They went into like a rush out the door. I don't know what was going on. So I apologize. I got sidetracked there.
Well, you said the house gets active when David's not there.
This house gets very active when he's not here.
Okay. Leanne, making sense to them or not, or no love and light to you all. Very good. Love it. Deborah, thanks, Rebecka. Now that darn song is stuck in my head. There we go.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fun. No.
You're so fun. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey.
Are we not allowed to do that on YouTube? Don't they cut you off or something if you sing a song?
No, we're just thinking, you know what? If they cut us off for that, then they cut us off. So that'll be it, Overlook last text. The phone has a mind of its own. Oh, see, I take them in order. So you better get them right the first time. Nah, it's all right. Don't worry about it. Leanne, oh, yes, they do sometimes. Nikki, thank you both. Nikki, bangarang. So we made it through. We got to everybody that posted a question. And that's important to me. So everybody, Miss Rebecka, do you have anything you want to tell these fine folks before we leave out of here tonight?
I could go on another couple hours, so let's make it short and simple. And I think it is what I'm here, and I know that's like part of what my purpose is, as you can see behind me, is follow your heart, stay in your heart, be in your heart, and be the love of who you are. Be kind to everyone, forgive yourself, and open up to the spaces and explore the possibility of who you truly want to be. And don't look back. Just move forward.
Thank you for that, because that's what this channel is about. I want to inspire people to move forward, become, free think, move out and step into their own light. Your light doesn't have to be my light. My light doesn't have to be your light. But a lot of times you just need to know and have a place to come to realize, hey, there are other people out here trying to understand this just the way I am.
Exactly. And right now it's so important that we support each other. We don't judge each other and really help co-create a new world, because we can.
Absolutely. So, folks, with all that being said, you know what I'm going to say next.
What are you going to say?
Take what you want. Leave what you don't, but leave having experienced some peace, love, and light. Bangarang, everybody.
Bangarang.